Hey, Owen, can you hear me? Are
Yeah,
you able to
I
hear
can.
me well enough?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
That's
Yeah,
good.
great,
Good, good.
great.
Oh,
That's nice.
okay, my name is Ken and I come from England. You probably know already.
Oh, you can. Sorry, I mistook your name. So sorry for
Okay.
that. Okay,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what you said. What did you say?
I called you Peter. I don't know why.
Peter. Okay.
Peter. Yeah, sorry for that.
Maybe I had another teacher called Peter. Yeah, and I live in Brazil. I've lived in Brazil for 28
Yeah,
years.
I saw that. I saw that. That's great. I also live in São Paulo. I'm currently based in São Paulo. I always have lived here in my entire life, and it's nice to know some other people that are from other countries that also live here in Brazil. That's
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, like, why did you came here? Like, did you okay? You came for business? You came for just to travel for vacation? I don't know.
I'm gonna just change what you said here. Why did you not came, but it's come,
Come.
come
Okay.
here? Why did you come here? Because you already changed the do for did, so you don't need to change the come for came. The come stays the same, present tense.
Yeah.
Why did you come here? Okay, I came here as a missionary. I'm voluntary missionary.
Oh wow.
Voluntary
Wow. That's nice.
missionary. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm teaching English too, because I'm voluntary and we don't get paid.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have to do something else. So I've been teaching at different schools for 28 years, different English schools.
Oh, that's a lot of time.
Cambly is
Wow.
only on the side. Cambly is just, on the side. It's not a main job.
Yeah, yeah. I've met a lot of tutors like that had a job separated from just teaching English, and you could be in
Yes,
Cambly or by other
right.
means, but they just like teaching classes here in Cambly because it's fun and it's. I
Yeah.
could say the same thing. It's fun having these classes. Getting to know different tutors from different countries, different cultures.
Right,
And
right,
that's
right.
what I've been doing. Um, I remember that I'm having those classes here in Cambly for like I would say a year and a half,
Yeah.
almost, and
Mm,
I've been having like regular classes with just one tutor, and then I felt like my English improved a lot. I started to have more confidence, started to have more vocabulary when I was talking about certain topics, and
mm.
I just starting to have classes with different tutors, each week. So I would have
I
a
see.
class, 1 hour class with each tutor by
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
different accent, different culture, just to
Mm,
you know get in contact with
yeah.
more accents, try to improve my
Mm,
listening as well.
right. It's a good idea. And you find that's helping you a lot.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So
Yeah.
because um, I was working abroad, I work abroad for a company in Toronto for almost 3 months. Okay, and
Mm,
I was having an easy time with Canadians. They were very friendly and stuff.
mm, mm.
But when it comes to more, I was working with a lot of people from UK, you know, and
Mm,
there were some accents that were like a little bit difficult to understand for me.
right.
Even mainly the more hard accents, that people they they mumble, they try to they're speaking for to the inside, you know.
They're speaking
Yeah,
to themselves. It's
yeah,
more difficult when somebody speaks to himself.
Yeah,
Mm.
it was a difficult time working with these people because they were also not that friendly, you know. But anyway, that's
The
okay.
UK are known to
And
be more reserved, more reserved. So they talk to
yeah,
themselves.
yeah, yeah, that's right. And that was it. I worked like 3 months for them this
Yeah.
year. It was a positive experience. It also has its now negative aspects, but it was a
Mm.
great experience. And then I've been taking like a different class with a different tutor every week, you know, and
Mm.
I
Mm.
feel like it's been helping with the
Mm.
accent, the way each tutor conduct each class, because I was like just very comfortable with a certain type of class, you know, and
Yes. Mm.
that lead me a little bit of out of my comfort zone.
Mm. Yeah. That led me, huh? Led me. The the passive lead is led.
Yeah,
Let me. Let me. Like this, I think.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so what were you doing in Toronto? I mean, were you doing software there? Were you working with computers, software?
yeah. So basically, it was a franchisee, you know, a company called Clearsome Group. It was basically, actually, it was a franchisor that was managing a bunch of franchisees, you know. So
Mm,
we were working on different types of projects using technology,
mm,
since going from AI to automation, all that stuff. It was
mm,
even a very interesting experience because they were incentivizing a lot the use of AI. You know, so on the projects we use a lot of AI to mainly automate stuff processes that were very manual, um,
mm.
out of type of activity that could be um, automated. We were automating, you know,
Right.
and it also even had a lot of Brazilians on the team. You know, we had people from Espírito Santo, Paraná, a lot of people from all around in Brazil,
Wow.
and
So
even
you're
some
speaking
people from.
Portuguese sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, yes. It was nice as well because of that. And we had people also from other countries like in China, India, some countries in the Middle East as well. And
Mm.
I would say that those ones were having the hardest accent, you know, because
Yes, yes. Especially the Indian, right? The Indian is difficult.
yeah, it was so hard because I could barely understand, man. You know, and
Right.
there was some times that I was just reaching out to my manager and just saying, I don't understand what they're saying. Do you too? Like, am I the only one that having this problem? You know, this trouble? And he was like just comforting me, like saying that. Wasn't a thing that only me was going through, you know, because the accent's really hard.
Yeah.
But they were nice people, you know. I've learned a lot with everyone, everyone.
Mm, mm.
And that basically was it. We
Yeah.
had a lot of projects, you know. Uh, I remember a project that I helped a lot with that was basically um, helping a franchisee that was about um, home care for elderly people, you know. And
Mm,
basically the sales team members, they were having like this conversation, those calls, those meetings with the clients, and after each meeting they have a transcript, you know. Transcript is generated automatically by the system. And what I did was basically gather all those transcripts and make an automation to evaluate the performance of each sales member by some
mm,
metrics, like if they're being friendly, if they're closing the business well enough, and based
mm.
on some metrics, you know. and then make a summary of all of that, send to their email, and then send this performance, those metrics that also had scores to analytics that analyze their performance during a period of time, based on their score, if there is going up or going down, the performance. So I think this one was the one that I participated the most, and was very nice.
The most interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Was it a Toronto-based company?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And how did you get that job?
Via LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Yes. Yes. I was working here in Brazil for a consultancy company using Oracle ERP systems, that are very similar to SAP. I was working there for already a year and a half as well. And then I was bored, because I felt like I stopped learning new things. I stopped evolving, and I wanted to go to a different job, learn new things, and all that stuff. And then I was searching up some jobs on LinkedIn. I saw this opportunity that was at entry level, a junior level. And then I applied for it. I made an interview with the guy, with my manager, which he was an Ecuadorian guy from Ecuador, and he was living in Toronto. And then I've made 2 interviews. The one just to get to know each other more, and then the second one was more of a technical interview. And that was it.
I just want to change the made. I had an interview. I had 2 interviews. And you did those online?
Yeah, everything was fully online. It was a remote job, everyone was working remotely.
Oh, it was a remote job. So you never actually went to Toronto?
Yeah, yes, that's right. Everyone was working remotely, and on this aspect of working remotely, I would say there are some positive aspects and the negative ones, because I see that people try to focus a lot on the positive effects of the of working remotely, but are also some negative effects, because for example, here in my home, I do not have an exclusive space for like being a little office,
Right.
I would say that gets in the way because you sleep where you work, you work where you sleep, and it gets a little bit in the way. And the thing, after some time, I was feeling like weeks were like days, everything was going like so fast, because everything was every day was basically the same thing, it had no difference at all. Even that I could maintain my routine, like of exercising, going out, being healthy and stuff. You get a little bit of dissociated from reality, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're just in your own little box, literally.
Yeah, that's right. Even but also as well, you have a lot of positive effects, like you just said, you can focus more on your routine, you can have more time by yourself, all that stuff. But I would say it was a great experience. I cannot
You have to
deny it.
be very well disciplined, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Very well.
That's right.
To get everything done, to make time for exercise, make time for enough sleep, make time for eating meal times.
Yeah. And even what's funny, because the difference of the fuse, the time of between each country was very high. From here in Brazil, from São Paulo to Canada, is not that much. It's just 1 hour less.
Right.
But as I was working with people from China, from India, from the Middle East, the difference was huge, like
enormous.
I don't know.
Half a day, right? It's half a day from China.
Yeah, exactly. I think
it's 12 hours. It's 12 hours from China.
Yes, and from India it's like 6-7 hours, something like that.
That's
So
right. Yeah.
when I was having those morning meetings, like just to align what were the objectives for the day,
Mm.
the people in India were already going to sleep, so
Right. Right.
it messes
Yes.
up a little.
Difficult to get it at the right time, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And the
exactly.
UK is what, 4 or 5 hours ahead, right? The UK.
Yeah, exactly. It's 5 hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. You had this point as well. Yeah, no, but like I said, it was a great experience. I've learned a lot, and I'm already on a different job that is also challenging, and I think that's the most important thing. It has to be something challenging for me, something that I can
Yes.
challenge
Yeah.
myself to learn, to deliver new results, new things, and at the same time learn new things. Just not
Right.
being stuck. For me,
Yes.
that's very
Yes.
important.
Yeah. It's very important for anybody, but when you get a little bit older, you get a bit more complacent. You don't worry too much. You just continue. But you're still young, so you want the change.
Yeah, yeah,
You're more
yeah.
ambitious. Yeah, yeah, it's great. And the people from the UK, where did they come from in the UK? Do you know?
Well, we had a lot of people from many districts from in the UK. I remember there were
Mm.
some people from Blackpool,
Mm-hmm.
from Liverpool as well. So a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people in London, central London as well.
Mm-hmm.
And apart from that, I can say a lot of districts, but those were the main ones that I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Um, are you from the UK? Were you born? Can
I
you tell
am.
me
I'm
the one?
originally from the UK. I was born in North Yorkshire in York, um, which actually is right in the center, right in the middle between London, which is the capital of England, and Edinburgh, which is the capital of Scotland. It's exactly
Yeah.
halfway between. So the Romans, York was very important for the Romans. They called it the capital of the North.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not very big. It's not very big. It's quite small. It's not like London. there's,
Yeah.
now there's 200,000 people there. When I was born, there was 100,000 people. So it's doubled in my lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had some people from New York as well because as we were working for this franchisee in London called Tutor Doctor. It's a franchisee fully based on private tutoring for
Mm,
students in early age. For basic abilities, since going
mm,
from subjects in school like math, and English and physics, chemistry,
mm,
and
mm,
other subjects to special subjects to college like soft skills and all that stuff. And we had a lot of franchises on all central London, UK. We had on every district you can think of.
mm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
But
So
the York people would talk very differently from me, right? They had very also strong accents, right? The York
yeah,
people. Yeah.
yeah.
I know they speak differently from me because when I go back to York, when I visit York, they ask me where I come from. and,
Wow.
and when I say I'm from here, they laugh. They can't believe it.
Really?
Really, yeah, yeah. So I
Wow.
got
That's fine.
my accent is nothing like the York accent anymore. It's
Yeah.
modified accent. For
And why is that?
people, why? Well, one
Yeah.
reason could be because I married an Austrian. My wife is Austrian.
Oh, okay.
43 years ago, so a lot of time. I had a good friend when I was in Scotland. I was living in Edinburgh for 3 years. I had a good friend from Norway. And when I went out,
Hmm.
people used to ask me, "Are you from Norway?" Even though I was speaking English and I never spoke Norwegian, I was asked, "Do you speak Norwegian? Are you
Yeah.
from Norway?" I said, "No,
Wow.
I got a good friend from Norway, but I'm not from Norway." So I've mixed with different nationalities, different
Yeah.
countries. I've lived in the United States for 3 years before I came to
Wow.
Brazil. Yeah,
Yeah.
in upstate New
And
York.
you are here in Brazil right now, right?
I am right now. I'm in Brazil.
Where are you currently based? Are you in São Paulo?
I'm right in the center, just like in England. I'm right in the center, central west, central
Yes.
west. So I'm in Mato Grosso do Sul,
Oh, okay. That's a great place.
south of Campo Grande, 170 kilometers south of Campo Grande.
And how it's been? Like the people like they treat you well. They're friendly.
Yeah,
What's your
when I came here, it's like
thoughts about this?
a sleepy little town. There were only 15,000 people. And back then, there were only three telephones in the town, three telephones that used these tokens. You had to find the tokens from a store. You could only call somebody within the city. Now
Yeah.
everybody's got a cell phone, you know today's age and age. But in those days when I came to this town, people only used typewriters. There's no computers. The stores they had these metal shutters in front of them. These days, there's no metal shutters left. They're all glass, glass and beautiful. They look beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's changed enormously. It's tripled as well. There's 42,000 people instead of 15,000 when I came. There are now 3 sugar factories, operating big scale with machines, operators, trucks, tractors, kinds of machine. When I came, there was one sugar company. Everybody used a knife to cut the sugar
Wow.
cane.
Yeah. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
imagine that.
So things have
Then you live
changed.
in here with your wife as well. Does your Austrian wife live here with you?
28 years ago, I came with a wife and 2 kids, 5 and 6, 1 baby, 5 months,
Wow.
and 12 suitcases just to visit.
Yeah.
And in those days, it was no problem to visit with 12 suitcases. Today, I think it would be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
sure.
even I was told when I got on the airplane with 12 suitcases, the people at the airport said, "You could have brought more. You could have brought more."
Yeah.
I was amazed because I'd sold such a lot of stuff before I came here because we couldn't
Hmm.
bring everything. We thought we couldn't bring everything, but actually maybe we could have. Our TV
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what was the reason like you came here you came here to
I
Brazil?
came here. Yeah, actually, it's a long story, but I'll make the long story short. um, Basically, I came as a missionary. I'm a voluntary missionary. Did I say that already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a voluntary missionary. So actually,
You
I
you
graduated. I
were
graduated. I graduated
you
in
were
civil and structural engineering a long time ago, in
yeah.
1981, in England. But then I became religious. I met God. I didn't experience God's existence, and
Excellent.
I became religious. And so 12 years later, I went to a seminary in the United States, upstate New York,
Oh wow.
studying for a master's in divinity. So I did a master's
Wow,
in
that's
divinity
nice.
called MDiv. MDiv.
Is it like similar to studying theology?
Yeah, I studied theology, philosophy, all the Christian theologians you probably can think of,
Yeah.
philosophy, from beginning to now, Christian history from Jesus until now, the Bible, the Old Testament, the New Testament,
Yeah.
and world religions. It's true. I studied a little bit about most religions in the world. So
Hmm.
it was a good education. And then my church that I joined um, 10 years before asked me to come to Brazil as a missionary. And
Wow,
I,
that's
I
nice.
asked them, I asked them, how do I live? Because it's voluntary. They said, teach English. So I've been teaching English for 28 years too.
Yeah, yeah. I see a lot of people like I said, like I told you, I had contact with different tutors, that even
Yeah,
if they're very wealthy in this aspect, they still teach in English, no matter what,
yes,
they could be
right.
just retired and they
Yeah,
just do it for the fun, for the love of teaching.
Right.
And I know there are, not only here in Brazil, it's well rewarded, being an English teacher, even if you're a native person from
Yes.
an English speaking country. But even if you're like a Brazilian guy who has a decent level of English that can teach people in a very nice way,
Yeah.
you can make a living.
Yeah. And it's very satisfying. Satisfying. I'm teaching at a school now. I've taught for 14 years, and I've had 20 to 30 people graduate in English at
Wow.
that school. So that's satisfying to see somebody come from zero to, fluency, translating quicker than the teacher. It's very satisfying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And people also has a different how to say learning curve. I see that
yeah,
for some people learning English, they improve very quick. They can get to
yes,
a level of fluency in very quick. I would say less than a year.
right,
There
yeah,
there are people that can do that. For my example, I studied English since I was a toddler. And
yeah,
then I had to stop for some time because my parents couldn't afford to pay those English classes for me anymore. And
mm,
I saw that I couldn't just stop learning. I had to study by myself. And the only way that I had the opportunity to do that was like watching movies, watching series, like with the subtitles on, and the words that I didn't know of, I was just writing them down and understanding the meaning and trying to make sentences with them, trying to
mm,
build up the
mm,
vocabulary. I noticed that after some time doing that, I was ready with a very good level of listening. Even that I couldn't even speak in the way I am doing right now. I could understand very, very, very well. The spoken
yes,
English
yes,
because of having a lot of contact with different accents, different movies, different people, and
right,
stuff. And that was the time that I started doing the Cambly classes. And my
mm,
English
mm.
just improved like this.
Sword,
Yeah, yeah,
exponentially.
exponentially. That's right, because I couldn't speak. I didn't had the capability of constructing sentences and maintaining them in the long term about a certain subject.
Yes.
And practicing that with the teachers in Cambly, it was a very satisfying thing, just to see improving a lot. And currently, right now, I'm just trying to learn Spanish as well, trying to
Oh,
doing the English classes, maintaining the same level, trying to
yes, yes.
maintain it and learn a new language.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I did the same thing actually. I was learning Portuguese for a long time, even on Duolingo, huh? Duolingo, the
Yeah,
app, you know.
yeah.
Then I got quite proficient and I thought, well, I could just stay with this or I can do something else. So I started learning German. I've been learning German for the last 3 years
Wow,
on,
wow.
on
Then
Duolingo.
yeah,
That's very
yeah,
interesting.
language.
Very interesting. So I know a lot. I can't speak so much because I've had so much practice, but I know that if I go to Germany or Austria, I probably very quickly,
Yeah, because of your wife as well.
like my wife, yeah, she speaks German. She's a native.
Yeah, that's
And
nice.
I have
You can
two
practice
daughters
with
living
her.
in German nations. Now, these two, the children that came, they've now gone to other countries. I have two
Yeah.
daughters living one daughter lives in Germany. She's a translator there, translated from German to
Wow,
English.
that's nice.
And the other daughter, she's
Very
doing
nice.
nutrition in German, in Austria. She lives in Vienna, in Austria.
Wow, wow, that's really
Yeah,
nice. Really
yeah.
nice.
And the
Um,
son who lives in the United States, Chicago, he can also speak 3 languages, but it's not German, it's Korean because he's got a Korean
wow,
wife.
That's different, yeah. I want to learn Spanish because here in Brazil these are the two most spoken languages. English,
That's
Spanish.
right.
That it's like the how do you call the Swiss toolkit?
Yes, that's right. It's
So
it's it's
it's
so
everything you
important
need.
because all the neighboring countries speak Spanish, and if you don't know
Yeah,
Spanish,
but
you're a
I would
bit.
say that after I can reach the same level of fluency, I believe I am in English at Spanish because I have a long way to go in Spanish. It's
Mm,
yet very basic. I'm not at a very
yes,
basic level,
yes, yes,
and I have to practice a lot. But
yes.
I would say that a language that I would like to learn as well would be Italian.
Mm,
Before German because German's a very hard language.
yes, yes. But actually, it's not as hard as you would imagine. I'm surprised because actually the prepositions are very easy in German because there aren't any.
Yeah,
That's good. That's great because that's the problem in English that the prepositions are so complicated. Even to
yeah,
teach prepositions is difficult because there's no explanation quite often. You can't give a reason for it.
yeah, yes. And I remember I was practicing a little bit like you said it yourself on Duolingo. I was learning the basics of German. I know some words. I know how to
Yeah.
just present myself and say
Right.
goodbye, say hello, just the
Yes.
basic words.
Yes.
And I was having like a really hard time with I don't know if it is the propositions like trying to um, I don't know the word, but would be to say the right thing about the verb. So how to conduct the work like if you're using die, das, der, and I
Yeah.
was I was
Those are
just
the
not having
articles. Those
the
are those are
articles.
difficult. The
Yes,
articles are difficult
yes,
because you have masculine, feminine, and neutral, and even the Germans they don't know which one fits with which. They don't know why which um, parts part which one goes with which noun. They don't know why. So it's very
yeah,
complicated. You
yeah,
have to
yeah.
just learn it. Just learn it. It's just a matter of practice.
I think it's a natural thing as well.
Yeah.
You get with time. When
Yes.
you're
Yes.
practicing.
You get to know which ones go with which. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for example, as I'm learning Spanish, the way I've been practicing, because I don't have anyone to practice, my family can speak it. There's not a lot of people here in Brazil that can speak Spanish as well, besides foreigners. But the way I've
Mm.
been practicing is like just reading some old books that my mother have and practicing with ChatGPT, because as it have
Mm.
that voice too that you can use at the same time and even receive feedback about your tone, your emotion, how you're talking, if you're pronouncing correctly.
Right.
It's very useful to.
Yes. Yes. So your mother speaks Spanish?
She speaks a little bit, but it's not something that she used during her life. So it's just the basic.
Mm.
She
Mm.
knows how to speak German at a very good level, because
Oh.
she's been to
Mm.
Germany. I think just after the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Oh yeah.
She traveled in some countries in Europe like Belgium, Netherlands, I guess, and Germany, and I don't remember the name because it's one of the countries that got dissoluted after the fall of USSR. I think it's Czechoslovakia, something like that.
Yeah. Czechoslovakia.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
interesting. It's interesting because I went to Berlin just after the fall too. I also went to Bulgaria
Wow.
as a missionary, as a yeah, not a missionary, but because I wasn't a missionary at that time really, but as a teacher of religion, religious teacher. But
Yeah,
I wasn't officially a missionary. Yeah.
that's nice.
And why did she go? Just to see, just to visit?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
yes. She was young. I think she was like my age, 21, 22, 23, something like that.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
she just wanted to go, and she was being she tells me that she's was practicing her German for some time,
Mm,
and then she just wanted to test it out, you know.
mm, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was also in my early 20s at that time. It's a long time ago now.
Yeah. I would travel to some countries, but wouldn't go for Europe at this time. You know, I'd say that I'd go for other countries. I would really love to go to Ireland to get to know more about Ireland, because I think the culture is a very nice culture. UK as well, to some parts in
Mm,
UK, and but mainly I would go first of all to some countries here in Latin America. You know, like Paraguay,
mm,
Uruguay. There are countries that are wealth, wealthy, and
yes,
have a lot of
yes,
opportunities for Brazilian people. You know,
yeah, yeah. Uruguay is very wealthy, right? Yeah.
yeah, I think it's the best country to live here in South America.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, if you go to Montevideo or some
On,
place like that,
yeah.
and I hear a lot of people talking about Paraguay. That is still a country in development, you know, but
Yes.
when it comes to like some aspects like the economy, the political
Mm,
stability in the country, it's just like much better than Brazil, you know, and you have
mm, mm,
much more
mm,
opportunities. You can even
mm.
like I think with little investment, take your official IT in Paraguay, even in Uruguay, they have some tax policies that are very uh, they are worth it, you know, to
Mhm,
get to know.
mhm, mhm, mhm. Um, And are you living with your family?
Yes, yes, I live with both my parents here and an older brother. You know, I have three older brothers. One lives in I think it's Nashville. It's the city just besides Chicago. You know, he's been living
Mm,
there with his family for some time already. I think 2 or 3 years,
mm,
something like that.
mhm,
I have another. My oldest brother lives in São Paulo as well, but he lives with his family as well. And I have this older brother that he's 28 years old,
mhm,
and he lives with me. You know,
mm,
but
mhm.
soon he will not be living because he just got his apartment. You know, we've been helping him to move out, and it's been a nice thing.
Mm. So you soon have your office. If you're
Yeah,
moving
yeah,
out.
yeah. I was thinking of that. You know, it is a funny thing. You know, and we've been helping him. You know, like with changing all his stuff to his new apartment with the how would you call the the furniture as well, because
Mhm,
you need
mhm.
to everything needs to be new. You have it is very hard because everything is just so expensive. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
and but it will be a nice thing. And like you said, after he's moved on, I will have my new office. Even that, at least for now, the job I'm working for, it's not remote. You know, I've been every day going to the office,
Ah,
and it's the first time I've been going every day to the office, and I've been feeling that it's nice, you know, in some terms
yeah,
because
yeah,
first of all, because it's very close to my home. You know, it's like
yes.
by car it would take like 10 minutes. It's like
Hmm.
ridiculously close. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
for
good.
example, I take the bus and I take not 30 minutes to reach to
Mm,
the office.
mm,
It is a
yeah,
very nice thing that because it doesn't take a lot of your time daily.
right.
And secondly, it is nice because you have daily contact with people that you're learning every day. So
Yes.
I've been learning a lot new things. You know, I've been learning some
Mm,
things that I could never think of as I'm working with software development. You know,
right.
and we have some big projects, and that will be very challenging. And as we have those challenges, it is a nice thing to have people that can help you closely
Yeah. Yeah.
every day. It helps a
Yes.
lot. It
Yes.
helps a
Yes.
lot.
Yes. Yeah, it's a lot different personal contact with people than meeting people on the online. It's a lot
Hmm.
different. I remember after the pandemic, when I first went to school after working online constantly for 2 years, I was a little bit nervous about it, because 2 years
Yeah,
you
it's a,
haven't
it's a
been
long
out,
time.
just
Yeah,
online, everything online. The school was online, Cambly was online, everything online. And but it was such a wonderful feeling when I was sitting there in front of real people,
yeah,
real people. It was
yeah,
it was exciting. I was excited about it. I had a
yeah,
different feeling. Yes, so
sure.
it is good to go out and meet people, you know, physically.
Yeah, yeah, and
Sometimes,
it is a wonderful thing. And even if you're teaching, I think teaching is the most important thing that you need to do in person with someone. Even that we have those tools that we can practice and do
yeah,
a lot. When you
right.
teach to someone in person, it's different. You can feel that person. You can feel its energy. You can feel how that person is feeling. You can
Right.
change the way you approach them, how you teach
Mhm.
everything. It's
Right.
much more fluid. And I'm
Right.
sure that you can feel that as well.
Yes. There's an internal aspect which you can't get in online. An
Yeah.
internal aspect. There's something feelings coming directly from the person that you can't get online. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
and at the same time, the internet is the most wonderful creation of humanity, because
It
otherwise
is.
we wouldn't have to be having this conversation here.
Right.
I probably wouldn't have the same English level I have right now. Things would be
Yeah.
so much different. There would
Right.
get to know the much I know because of the internet. So
Right.
it's
Right.
also a wonderful thing.
It is. It is. I mean, I can teach worldwide because of the internet. Without the
Sure.
internet, it's impossible. I won't travel to these places.
Yeah, yeah, and also you can scale your job. That's the one of the also important thing because you can uh, make your job scale through the world. For example, people that can just like you teach to everyone in the whole world. And make a living with it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very very nice.
It's quite amazing. Quite amazing.
Yeah,
By the way, I'd like to point out some mistakes you made. You don't
sure,
make a
of
lot.
course.
You don't make a lot. Very good. Subjects for college. You said subjects to college, but it's subjects for you do subject.
Yeah.
Choose subjects for college. Choose subjects
Okay.
for college. They improve very quickly. You said quick. They improve very quick. You said it twice, so it's quickly. When you put quick at the end, you use the adverb, which is a be. Eles melhorar muito rapidamente in Portuguese.
Yes.
Rapidamente. Italian. I don't have anyone to practice with. In Portuguese, you say não tem. It's a little bit different, but you always use with in English. In Portuguese, if you're asking a question, for example, you use com quem eu pratico, com quem. But in English, we
Yes.
put the with at the end. Who do I practice with? Who do I
Yeah.
practice with? And when we're like this as a negative phrase, I don't have anyone to practice with. So you didn't put the with there. You just said I don't have anyone to practice.
Yeah. Okay.
But for an English person, there's something missing. The with is missing. I don't have
Yeah.
anyone to practice with. Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Small things, just to help you.
Oh, yeah.
Just to
No.
help
Yeah. Sure. I remember I was at this job at the consultancy company, And I remember I bought a course in Udemy just about grammar, and
Mm.
I remember the basic levels of English, like about the grammar, was like very natural. It's something that even if I didn't remember all the rules, like past tense, present perfect, and all that stuff, for me
Mm.
it was something like natural, and
Mm.
as I was
Mm.
advancing in the modules, I remember some subjects, some modules that were a little bit more complicated, and it helped a lot. I remember like when I was working abroad, and we had the team of Brazilian folks here. uh, we were making like some basic mistakes, even when just so used to working speaking English daily, because
Mm.
as I was speaking English daily, my brain was already processing, was sleeping, dreaming in English. It's funny, and
Mm.
so my brain was processing much more faster, because I had to use it daily. It was a
Mm.
necessity, and
Mm.
there were some times that I just was doing some basic mistakes that were just funny, and even the other guys that were working with me were doing so. So yeah, I think it comes also with the practice. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
if
Yeah.
the how much you use, and how much do you need to speak, how much you need to
Right.
to say.
Right. Yeah. And even natives, they make mistakes, I mean, okay.
Sure.
Uh, some natives, they don't know how to speak. You know, like in Brazil too. I'm sure some native Brazilians, they don't know the grammar too well, and they speak how they
No,
speak.
no, no, they don't. It's funny because
So
here in Brazil, you must know that we have a lot of states, and each state looks like a different country, because the
yeah,
culture, because the people, because the
yeah,
food,
yeah,
everything. Every state
yeah,
looks like a different country. That is true.
yeah.
And for example, you take people from northeast states like Bahia, people from
Hmm.
those states, they speak like so fast. Even a native
Yeah,
person here in Brazil cannot understand them. They have
right,
to
right.
slow it down so you can understand. And it's not because they're using slangs, not because
Hmm.
they're speaking wrongly. They just speak so fast, and they mix it up with their accent. It is funny.
Yeah,
It's that
yes.
typical Northeast accent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have a lot here. Actually, a lot of people came. Busloads to cut sugar cane.
Yeah, yeah,
And now
that's
these
right.
people are operating machines. They've worked themselves out to operate machines, driving trucks, mechanics, and even hairdressers. My hairdresser's one from used to cook sugar cane. Now he's cutting hair.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's nice.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for example, here, just beside my home here, we're having a construction site. They're going to build a little apartment. I don't know what's the correct words, if it's a condominium, something like that.
Condominium. Yeah, it's the
Just a
same in
little
English.
condominium.
Condominium. Condominium.
Yeah, and there are some construction workers, like really blue collar workers that come from the northeast, and if you try to speak with them, they speak like in so fast accent. It's just cannot comprehend, and you have to
Mm.
tell them, "Oh, calm down, man. Are you angry at me? Like what's going on?" Yeah.
You just have to
So
tell them to speak slowly. Please
yeah,
speak
yeah.
slowly.
I remember my one of my cousins were married to this uh, guy that comes from Fort Lauderdale, and I remember when we met, her husband, and his accent was very very normal, very normal English, very very nice English to understand and comprehend, and it was a funny thing also have my parents nearby and try to understand what we was saying, because I was just being the translator guy, and it is fun because when he used to get excited, he was speaking faster, he was speaking more happy about some certain things, and my parents just couldn't understand, and they were going like, okay, calm down, calm down. Yeah, it is the same thing, but anyway.
Yeah, yeah, same thing. The people from London, you said they spoke they were from central London. If you get somebody from East London, it's a Cockney accent. It's a very difficult accent to understand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard about it, but
but
I had
central London is different.
I didn't had much contact with it. I remember
Mm.
I worked with some guy from, I don't know if it's I don't remember the place, but he used to mumble so much, like
Mm.
speaking to
Yeah,
the inside. He was speaking,
right. Yeah,
and
yeah. The
I
York people
just couldn't
tend to be
understand,
like,
and I
yeah.
just couldn't understand him because it was
Mm.
like he lips were moving, even if
Right.
I couldn't read his lips to try to understand, because if I wasn't understanding like the words were saying, I would try, I don't know, read his lips, but his lips were moving.
Mm. Yeah. Actually, interesting enough, when I started to learn German, I realized that the York people speak
Yeah,
very Germanic, because they say Butter, Butter. Sounds like German. Butter, shut door. They don't say please close the door. They say shut door. The
yeah,
Yorkshire person, yeah. I don't say
yeah,
these things anymore because nobody will say them.
yeah,
But I know how they
uh,
speak.
yeah. Well, I would love to go to London to get to know more about each city, try
Yeah,
to put my English to practice, if I've been practicing correctly, But
yeah.
like I told you, I would travel to some countries here in South America, like Paraguay and Uruguay
Right.
as well, to practice my Spanish, because, for example,
Yes.
I went to Floripa once, in the state of Santa Catarina, the island, Floripa. So,
Mm.
and there were like a lot of foreigners coming from
Mm.
Argentina, Colombia, Paraguay, and even some from Uruguay. Even it's a little bit it's
Mm.
further away. And I remember I was going to the bathroom, and I saw this Argentinian guy, and I just tried to speak the base of Spanish with him, and I couldn't understand a single word from him.
Oh, wow.
And the Spanish is very different, because if you listen to this very basic Spanish, you can understand it, even with the accent, the
Yeah.
basics of Spanish.
Yes.
But the accent from I know that from Argentinian people, like how they pronounce the double L's, they do not
Mm.
pronounce like the DJ, like ja ja.
Mm.
They pronounce
Mm.
like an X and O, X and A, and it's,
Oh.
even if it's
Oh.
like a minor difference,
Yes.
and you do not only have that, but they speak really really fast, and it's hard to
Yes.
understand.
Oh. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah. Each nation has their own accent, right? Each nation has
Yeah,
their own accent.
and Spanish is unique as well because it's, I would say, the way people from different countries speak is not the in a similar way that how different people from English-speaking countries speak, because it changes a lot. Like even
Mm.
they even looks like they're speaking another language. Like
Mm.
the
Mm.
Spanish people from uh, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Colombia, Peru. Uh, Argentina as well, Chile, and I would say that even people from Spain as well. The
Mm.
people who Spain, uh, the the
Original
dialect
Spanish.
from, yeah,
Yeah.
different dialect from, I think it's Catalonia, something like that. So
Mm.
yeah, it is very
Yeah.
different, you know.
Yeah. But when you think these four languages like French, Italian, Portuguese, and Spanish, they came from one root.
Yeah,
Look how different these languages are. I mean, so you can vary one of them easily because these four languages are so different. And yet they
yeah,
came from one root, from Latin. So
yeah,
it's, you can imagine how it's easy to vary one of them to become like another language, or even
yeah,
any one of them. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And it's been so fun to learn English, speaking with people that if I didn't know how to speak English, I would never spoke to them. You know, you can,
Right.
and also here in Brazil, like I would say less than, I don't know, 5%, 1% of everyone can speak a decent level of English. And if you do this, you can have access to so much more content that you would normally wouldn't have access, you know,
Right.
in
Right.
social media, in the internet, and you can understand content that after some time gets translated, and the quality it's just lost in this process, you know. And you
Mm-hmm.
can get access to this information
Yeah.
that comes
Right. Right.
from abroad. You have this as
You could
well.
even become a translator and do a better job than these other people.
Yeah, yeah, you have that as well. So yeah, it's been wonderful, and it really makes me wanting to learn a new language like Spanish, and after
Yeah.
some time trying to learn the base of other languages as well, like
Right.
French, Italian, German. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's just been wonderful.
It, Spanish is a good pick because actually there are more nations, nationalities of people speaking Spanish than English. You know,
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of a lot of a lot of people in Africa too. A lot of nations in Africa speak Spanish.
yeah,
So yeah, it's a good pick. With Spanish and Portuguese and English, you can go almost anywhere in the
yeah,
world.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's why I want to learn these three languages as well, you know, because they're just like it's basically the main ones, you know.
yeah, yeah,
Well, I
definitely.
won't say Portuguese because Portuguese it's a hard language to learn, you know, for people that are not native.
Yeah,
For example, people that are English speakers, native English speakers, Portuguese it's a very hard language to learn, you know,
yeah,
because
yeah,
it is very different, and
yeah,
people tend to have a hard time learning Portuguese, you know.
yeah. Especially the verbs, right? Because there's so many different kinds of verbs, and then each verb has so many conjugations, which English doesn't have.
Oh yes, you have that as well.
Yeah, yeah. Especially the verbs. Yeah, it's very
You have
complex.
like you do not
Uh,
only have the he and she, you have besides the we have the vos, that would be
right. That's right.
another type of we.
Yes, yes.
But
Such a lot of variations.
yeah,
It's so
yeah, even that
complex.
people normally don't use those verbs, but they're part of the language, you know.
Yes, yes, yes. It's a very complex language. Much
Yeah,
more complex than English, actually.
yeah,
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 in reality. Yeah. Just a smart person developed Portuguese and all the other languages, French, Italian, smart people. But maybe it wasn't just one person, it was some people did that. Yeah. Some
yeah,
smart people.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's great.
It was, yeah, our time is almost gone. It was quick. Hour was
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. It's been a very quick an hour. Yeah,
Mhm.
but thank you for the class, teacher Ken. It was a very fun class to do. It's always a pleasure. Okay,
Yeah, yeah. Hope to meet you again. Just one mistake here. Much faster. You said much more faster. You don't need the more.
much faster
Much
would
faster.
be much
Much
faster.
faster. Much faster.
Okay, sure. That's
Yeah.
great. Oh, yeah. So thank you
You
for the
probably
class.
know these things already.
Wonderful day.
Just just make these little mistakes. It's
Yeah,
natural.
it's just to
Don't worry about it.
reinforce. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
teacher Ken. Have a wonderful weekend.
And you.
See ya.
Bye bye.